Tonight, Oholei Torah presents the Godfrey and Phyllis Dallek Memorial Tribute Award to their daughter, Dr. Nancy Dallek, and family. The Dallek family were staunch supporters and loyal friends of Rabbi Yitzhak Kramer for over 40 years. We welcome to the podium the Dallek family.
Thank you very much. It's my pleasure to introduce tonight the Dallek family, Pearlstein. It is Pesach, and the Yontif of Pesach is all about the children. The children ask the 4 questions, and we answer them. But before that, there's another part in the Haggadah that we start with before. And that is, we say, Hey Lachma Anya. And the question is, since the Yontif is all about the children, why don't we wait for the children to ask the 4 questions, and then we'll answer them and tell them all about the matzah and the Lachma Anya. And the Rebbe answers that by saying that in order to be qualified to educate the students, we have to show that we are generous people. And we first invite everybody to our Seder, and then we are qualified to answer the questions of Chinuch. The Dallek family, even before we met them and before they came to Oholei Torah, have shown their generosity wherever they were. Godfrey and Phyllis, they were very active in the communities where they lived. They had many friends. They used to invite them to their house. And they are certainly qualified to have this chus to help in Oholei Torah. When I met Godfrey, he told me that at 37, he was ready to retire. But he decided to go back to work. And I think that the reason he went back to work, because he wanted to have an opportunity to help more and more people. And that's what he did. In 1982, we had the opportunity to buy this building. But I have to bring you back to the time of 1982. The yeshiva wasn't as big as it is today. We had just about 300 or 400 students, much less than the 1,710 that we have today. And the budget was very difficult to cover, but we had a golden opportunity. We had an opportunity to buy this building for a mere $650,000. That was a lot of money for us in those days. And I came to Godfrey, I said, what do I do? I have this opportunity, but I don't have the money. And he said, and I remember like today, he said, go for it. You'll do it. I tell you you'll do it, I'll help you. And he did. We went for it. And let me tell you something. Godfrey was a successful businessman. And you know, in business, you make investments where you'll get the biggest return. When you give charity, you also want to get the biggest return for your money. And he knew that with investing with Oholei Torah, we're educating not only students, but we're educating leaders and educators. And I'm proud to say that today we have over 1,200 students of ours that are shluchim of the Rebbe around the world, helping people come back to Yiddishkeit. And this is all thanks to the generous supporters of our school, and Mr. Dallek was one of the first to recognize it and to help us. And every year, we had a mortgage for 5 years, and he gave me extra contribution to help pay for the mortgage of this very building. And today, he has the schus that his children, Dr. Nancy Dallek and Jeff Pearlstein, have dedicated a room in their memory, and every single day, the children that are learning Torah in this room will be a schus to the neshamas of Gedalia Tzvi, Ben Avram, Nachum, Moshe, and Fege Bas Rab Shmuel. And this is a very big schus that I'm sure he is proud of. And this, of course, is also a very big schus to the children who made it all happen. And Dr. Dallek's Hebrew name is Nechama. Nechama means to comfort. It was a hard year for them. I know what it is. Unfortunately, I'm also going through a Phyllis this year for my mother, and it was a hard year, but this will surely bring comfort to the whole family, knowing that what Godfrey and Phyllis started is continuing through their children by the dedication of the classroom. And now it is my pleasure to present to them this special presentation to Dr. Nancy Dallek and Mr. Jeff Pearlstein Tribute Award in memory of Godfrey H. and Phyllis Dallek for their 40 years of dedication, support, and friendship. Educational Institute, Oholei, Torah, 2019, 5779. My pleasure. Come and take a picture.
Thank you.
My pleasure. A lot of nachas and only good things.
Thank you so much.
And it's a schus for you that you were able to do this. Yes, sure.
Lower this a little bit. Thank you, everyone. I stand before you tonight to give thanks and to express my gratitude to Oholei Torah for educating thousands of young people who bring Torah and Judaism to Jews around the world. I am especially grateful to Rabbi Yaakov Raskin, a graduate of Oholei Torah and head of Chabad of Jamaica. Rabbi Raskin guided me with kindness and sensitivity, ensuring that my father's final journey from Jamaica, where he died unexpectedly last Pesach, was conducted with dignity and full accordance with halakha. Thank you to Rabbi Kramer, who maintained a deep and meaningful relationship with my parents for decades. I thank you also, Rabbi Kramer, for giving us the opportunity to honor the memory of my beloved parents, Phyllis and Godfrey Dallek, Zichronam Livracha, by dedicating a classroom in this very building where my parents married more than 70 years ago. Thank you also, Rabbi Blumis, for this very elegant affair and for making it so very easy to work together. I thank our dear friends and family who have joined us today to honor my parents. To my husband, Jeff, my life partner, and partner in raising our daughter, Brenna, in the ways of Torah, mitzvot, and ma'asim tovim. I'll go off script for just a moment when I asked my daughter what she thought of this evening, and she said, "I really like it." And I asked her why she really likes it, and she said, "Well, everyone is all in." Thank you also to my cousin Mark Schwartzberg and his wife Jill. Mark is a long-standing supporter of Oholei Torah, is a Baal Tzedakah in his own right. Your love, Mark, brought deep happiness to my father in the final years of his life. Mark shares with us, along with his sister and my cousin Sandra in the receipt of this Memorial Tribute Award. And together we continue the legacy of our parents and grandparents who taught us the importance of supporting the Jewish community, of Jewish education, and the giving of tzedakah for the betterment of Klal Yisrael. And finally, I stand here to express gratitude to Hashem, who has granted us life, has sustained us, and has enabled us to reach this very special occasion. Shehechianu v'kiyamanu v'higianu lazman hazeh.